The Tigers returned home to CQ Arena for the first time in almost 3 weeks. The Tiger Basketball Report starts now, presented by the Green Turtle.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
Wise Market's ice cream plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and it's locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl, chocolate-covered pretzel. How can you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packages of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years for Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Welcome, fans, to another edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry. And Coach, the Tigers back home at CQ Arena on Sunday night to take on Loyola. Your first time back in the arena since having gone to the Bahamas, where that week really didn't go too well. When you came home from there, what were your thoughts on what had transpired in the Bahamas?
I think mostly we talked to our, with so many new guys. I think the way we played, I think, was more my fault. That's what I told them, And with that said, we showed them some statistics and percentages, and then said, now we got to fix it. And we're really trying to, I think, focus on better spacing so that we take care of the ball better, and just better shot selection, because that impacts your transition defense and your rebounding numbers. And I thought we had a really good week of practice. This group likes basketball a lot, so if that persists,
that's good.
It is good. They are here to go to school and play basketball. But so we had a good week of practice. We got better. This group, I think, has a ceiling to get better, but that's still something we've got to work on moving forward, because shot selection, turnovers, and your offense with new teams can also impact your defense. So, like I said, I told them it was my fault down in the Bahamas, but now it's incumbent upon us to fix that moving forward.
Well, the first half against Loyola on Sunday night, you were down by 5. And their leading scorer, Andrew Kostecka, had 20 points at halftime. That couldn't have made you feel too good.
No, he's a good player. They're really good on offense. I think they're probably ahead of where a lot of teams are this time of year offensively. So it gave us some problems, and we ended up at halftime. Patty O'Connell suggested we pull off our press, and ended up really helping us in the second half. But yeah, he's a good player. I think anytime, one thing I said to the coaches at halftime, if a guy gets 20 and a half, they're probably going to be in the game. And then, but our kids bad. I thought the last 12 minutes we played pretty good basketball, and that's something we've got to build off moving forward. That's how we're going to need to play in order to win ball games come January, February.
When you were preparing for Loyola, now the fact that they have a new coach in Coach Hardy, his first year, how does that make it different in your preparation from the years past in Loyola where G.G. Smith had been there for a while?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, I try to watch 5 games of everyone we play. So they had already played 6, so it was pretty easy. But it's definitely a different style. I mean, I think that's the the beauty of basketball. Every coach is going to play a little bit differently, and there's more than one way to skin a cat, and they run a lot of good Princeton offense. They're similar offensively to what we'll see from William and Mary. They run the exact stuff. I'm not saying they're as good as that yet, but they're pretty good offensively.
For you guys last night, Fobbs and also in the ball game, Howard combined for 48 points between the two of them. So they both had outstanding nights. But again, Dennis Tunstall didn't score a lot, but he had 9 rebounds in the ball game. He just is such a presence down low, blocking shots, and guys scared to shoot around him.
Yeah, we need him on the floor. I mean, he's back healthy. He hadn't practiced on and off for a couple weeks there and was fighting some injuries. And obviously we set off the air. We shortened the rotation a little bit, put him in the starting lineup. We need him on the floor. He shoots a high percentage. He plays great defense. He doesn't turn the ball over. And he doesn't need the ball like a lot of guys. So he's valuable in a lot of phases, and we're glad he's healthy because he's going to have a big year for us.
You say you shortened the rotation a little bit Sunday night against Loyola. At the same time, though, it's still what people need to realize. This is a brand new basketball team. It really is. So you're still trying to mix and match and figure out who should be with who.
Yeah, I think we put Sanders back. Nakai played well. He's going to be a key guy for us moving forward. Alex Thomas has great humility. He doesn't mind whether we start him, come off the bench. And then our junior college guards played well. Those guys are new too. I thought T.J. Howard. He's got a chance to be a good player for us. He's got to still improve shot selection, and he showed good leadership last night. And he's talented, and Fobbs has a high upside. He can, told you that in the summer, we were excited about his body and his motor, and Timberlake's going to be a good player for us. He's playing 23 minutes a game. He's a freshman. So yeah, there's a lot of new pieces. That's the fun part about it, trying to put it together. Obviously, the quicker we can put it together, the better it is for all of us.
What was the mood like coming back from that trip to the Bahamas where you had lost 3 games and you guys practiced during Thanksgiving week? Was there a little bit of a letdown, or was everybody still excited?
No, the guys are disappointed. We did not play well. We played too fast. We took bad shots. We turned the ball over too much, and then that really affected us on the backboards and defensively, where if we're going to be good, we have to be good. So the guys were disappointed, but like I said, that was more my fault in allowing us to play like that. Then now that we understand, the first half I still thought we had some stretches where we went a little bit too crazy out there. But they want to be good, and like I said, we got a lot of gym rats, so obviously they were disappointed. But, it is a long year. When you lose 8 o'clock, I told you this before pregame, I said, when you lose 8 o'clock that first night in one of those tournaments, you got to turn around and play at 2 the next day. It's a challenge. You're losing your conference tournament at 8 o'clock, they warm up the bus and send you home the next morning. Right. And this deal, it makes it a little bit harder.
Yeah, so the Tigers winning against Loyola by an 85-69 count, and the domination that Towson has had over the local schools over the last 5 years is something else. 16 straight against locals and 4 straight against Loyola. That's something that your guys have to, and the guys before them, have to take pride in.
Yeah, you hope so. It's always good playing the local teams because you get more media coverage out of it, and I think all the basketball teams are on an uptick here locally too. So we know we got a lot of challenges coming up, and a couple more good local teams down the road.
All right, so the Tigers defeat Loyola. Their next game will be Friday night back at CQ Arena against the Catamounts of Vermont in what should be a great game. We hope you will tune in later on this week on TowsonTigers.com when Coach Skerry and I talk about the Catamounts. So for the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Skerry, I'm Spiro Morekas. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Tiger Basketball Report. And as always, go Tigers.